Performing rights organizations collect licensing fees from networks, cable, PBS, and local stations and distribute royalties to composers and publishers based on their performances. In order to determine what music has been used and who to compensate, cue sheets are used to track all performances. Cue sheets are then matched to broadcast schedules, and performances are processed so that members can receive royalties from the use of their music. If your music is used in a television program, it's crucial that a cue sheet is filed with whatever performing rights organization you belong to if you want to get paid for your work. Typically, the production company is responsible for doing this, and if your music is placed in an established TV show or in a TV movie, you have nothing to worry about, as this will normally happen automatically. However, there are a growing number of new independent production companies that may or may not be aware of the process of filing cue sheets with performing rights organizations. If you're placing your music in an indie production or with a new network, a TV show and a new network, make sure they're aware of cue sheets and how they work to assure that you receive royalties for your work. The following is a list of usage categories that are used when cue sheets for songs in TV and films are submitted to performing rights organizations. Visual vocal. This is an on-camera vocal performance. Visual instrumental. This is a on-camera instrumental performance. Visual dance. This is an on-camera scene involving dance where music is used. Opening theme. This would be an opening title theme, a theme song for a show. Closing theme. This would be an end title theme, a song that's played at the end of a show. Featured vocal. This would be an example of this would be music with vocals that plays with a visual montage. Featured instrumental, an instrumental cue featured in some specific way other than visual. Background and instrumental. This would be underscore in non-visual, something happening off camera. Background vocal, underscore with vocal or non-visual vocal source. The first 7 categories are considered featured performances, and they generate much higher performance royalties than background performances do. In general, the more prominent your music is featured in a scene, the larger the performance royalty it generates. Royalties for a feature performance of 45 seconds or more on a primetime network can be as much as $2,400. Background performance royalties are much less, approximately $340 per minute for network prime time. So again, most production companies for established shows will submit cue sheets automatically. This has been the case with all of the music I've placed. I've never had to track down cue sheets or follow up to make sure they've been submitted. But I've heard of other writers who have needed to for more obscure placements. If you're ever in doubt, just check with whomever you're placing your music through to make sure that cue sheets are filed. If you're working with a publisher, check with them. If you're licensing your music directly with a show, check with whoever your contact person is. If you're not able to get in touch with the production company who has used your music for whatever reason, whether they're simply hard to get in touch with or they've gone out of business, you can actually make your own cue sheet and submit it along with a DVD copy of your performance and get paid that way. With ASCAP, you have about 9 months after the performance airs to submit a cue sheet and still get paid, and with BMI, it's about the same time frame. If you ever need to file your own cue sheet, just check with your performing rights organization and they'll instruct you on how to proceed.